get a result or not lose, right? Because it just adds more pressure not losing. But most important thing is what's it called? We need to win next week at home against Bruges, to which we did. Again, for instance, it all depends on who you're going to play in what's it called, the qualifying, what's it called, after the qualifying rounds, the 2 extra games. So what's it called? But looks like Aston Villa at the moment. But what's it called? We get the 24th position. But at the moment, etc., for instance, there's a massive meltdown and everything's like that. So, and I'm not going to join that club. I ain't. I'm sorry, I'm not going to join that club because if we beat Bruges next week at the Etihad, which I'm sure we will, I'm absolutely 99.99% certain we will. For instance, we'll qualify, and for instance, and then the media will be talking about a different story, and that's what they'll be doing. Sorry, I'm sniffing again. Really, it was pretty chilly. Quite chilly this morning. We're wearing my Christmas jumper, and in Thailand, etc., it gets quite cold at night, etc. For me, it does, not for you, not for a flying. What's it going to live in? Well, in London at the moment, etc. It's blah blah blah. Well, I'm not in London. I'm in Thailand. I'm used to 35 degrees, and it's not 35 degrees at the moment. So anyway, but I am not going to bother. I'm not going to get onto this jumping crazy train because at the moment, etc. For instance, I was quite confident in going in and having the main man back, etc. Ruben Diaz, and what's it called? When he went off at half time, I went, because you see him, what's it called, in the huddle, he was giving out the and he was the captain. Of course, when your captain goes off. Even though you got De Bruyne right next to it, and he goes off, etc. For instance, he doesn't look, it's for instance, who's the leaders on the pitch, and Bernardo Silva, for instance, he's one of the captains, but at the moment, etc. For instance, it wasn't, he was kind of, I wouldn't say writing on the wall, but for instance, you could feel it, and PSG and between the two teams, who was it more important for? Was Manchester City or PSG? And it was PSG. I'm sorry, what's it called? Because instead the way they're playing away at Stuttgart next week. For instance, they lose against because they were in a massive hole. They were in the relegation part. What's it called, coming into the game? So they were 2-0 down, and it was like the Parc des Princes went silence. And so for instance, but they've come back, etc. And they've won the game, and they're all running around like they've won the Champions League. They were still nervous, thing that. And we've come back with 0, and unfortunately, we've got to go to, we're playing at home next week, etc. And as long as we get the 3 points, they got a draw yesterday, Bruges, and all we need to do is beat them, and and I'm like Craig Burley. Oh, every team can beat Man City. Oh yeah, young, but there was a certain team actually. Didn't we win 5-0 in the beginning? Let's call it. For instance, in the beginning of this, sorry, it didn't. So no, Craig, no, you're wrong there, mate. What's it called? It's all right to come out and stick the boot in, have a go at Man City, and do your little clickbaits, etc. For instance, which all the United fans will ever jump on, and I'm sure Goldbridge has got to come out with the video and talk about the Manchester City and how the fact that, for instance, there you go. Now you can actually sit there and call me a happy clapper as much as you want, right? I said Manchester City will be back. For instance, we'll be back once we get our players back. Once we get the new players in, and then for instance, what's it called? We will start playing, and players playing in the right positions. Then we'll black. What's Kevin De Bruyne said? That's what Pep Guardiola says. And to a point, etc. At the moment, etc. They're returning. And then suddenly, what's it called? We had, for instance, Aki was back, and then suddenly he's got injured again. Doku was back, has a fantastic game against Ipswich, and then get injured again. And then, for instance, what's it called? Ruben Diaz goes off at half time. We can't win with injuries. We can't win with the players. And we've got Stones coming back, etc. It was nice see him come back, etc. But he's not fully fit, and he got pushed on, etc. For instance, and wasn't switched on for the cross, and to make it 4-2. So or was it 3-2? Anyway, so we cannot be the Manchester City of old. We cannot be that club where everybody recognises if we don't have the players in the right positions doing the right things, the captains. So we don't have the Rodri, we don't have Diaz, and we and Kevin De Bruyne. They can't do everything, and it looks quite knackered when he comes off. So, but So when you're doing that, and when you're taking important parts of the players out, you're not going to succeed. Now, again, for instance, when we've been playing well and we're getting the results, is because we've got players playing the right positions and blah blah blah, and like Kevin De Bruyne was saying, like Pep Guardiola was saying, a few others. That, for instance, and then you're feeling you've got Kovacic in the six. What do you call it? Ilkay Gundogan pushing a bit further forward. We don't have a settled team at the moment, which keeps swapping and swapping around. We get injuries we have to keep on allowing for instance. So when you're getting again, but yeah, so for instance, it is not. It is going to be a gradual process. But we got the new players coming in, right? You only had the first training session a couple of days ago, so for instance, they'll be coming in for the Chelsea game. Hopefully, for instance, and then yeah, so and then what's it called? We've got Omar, for instance, probably starting doing his signing today. So, for instance, he'll be there. And if we can pick up a CDM, so now I still expect it's going to be Doug Luiz, then, for instance, things will be better, right? And then we're going through a very difficult patch at the moment, etc. But there's other teams, etc. There's no absolute, you talk about take Liverpool and maybe Forest, what's it called? But we've beaten Forest 3-0 already. So what's it called? But the fact is, there's no really team out there in the Premier League who's absolutely shining apart from Liverpool. Everybody's got weaknesses, pluses and minuses. Chelsea only beat Wolves. They just like whatever. Arsenal ups and downs. They'll go out and have a party now because they beat bloody thinking Dynamo, whatever, what's it called, 3-1. So, but the fact is, at the end of the day, for instance, is the what's it called? You've got to put it into context. It's a long hour season. We've got still a lot of games to play, and yes, we could sit there and nitpick and talk about blah this that whatever, and you could do this, and you could listen to Craig Bailey. You could listen, but and you could listen to Talk Sport crap, and then you could listen to Sly Sports, and you can listen to the Man City haters, and there you go, whatever. And then you can listen to the negatives. Even going in, I was listening to LB's channel, and I saw the what's it called, comments at half time. Oh, he's crap. He's rubbish. He's whatever. It's amazing. It's amazing how people quick. What's it called, to call somebody out and call somebody down and crap and whatever. Get rid of him now. Who are you going to bring in? It's all right saying get rid of somebody. Who are you going to bring in? What's your solution? It's all right selling him. Who are you going to bring in? What is your solution? Right? And sticking us, he's crap, he's rubbish, he's blah, 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 whatever. Doing a stupid chat for £5, etc., and saying, well, he's crap, get rid of him. Right? But what is your solution? This is what drives me mad. It drives me mad. What's it called? This overreaction of a player, for instance, not playing well. Right? The team's not playing well. Well, what's it called? And, for instance, we're not back to Manchester City the way we are. And too many people expect that's going to happen. We're getting too much. Sometimes the fan base, etc., is getting too much like Man United fan base. This expectation that, for instance, all we need to do is turn up, and it's not going to happen. It really isn't. And for instance, it's going to be this gradual coming up, and as long as we keep doing the rinse and repeat things of injuries, of bringing players back in, etc., come straight back in like John Stone, what's it called, Chelsea. And what is the story? He's not feeling well. What's up? And once you have captain, your main man, for instance, your governor, for instance, not in, it's going to be an issue. And what's it called? And a team, for instance, like PG, who are, were the best team? Of course they were. They're also playing at home. They also needed to be the best team. Then down at home again with all the stupid little fireworks and blah blah blah. And a game where they cannot afford to lose. And the fact that we went 2-0 down, for instance, from a dominating first half, etc., where they've dominated, but they didn't. They dominated once they go over, and they did action, but they didn't create more. I thought once they go in the first half. In the second half, of course, they did better. They're playing against Barcola, for instance, but he's up against Nunes, and my biggest concern going into this game, and I told you, was golden Nunes in the right back. The moment he got targeted, the boom, what's it called? It was all coming down that side, and his back guys are really damn decent, etc. For instance, and yeah, and I know they're trying to build up. I saw, for instance, you getting across there. So, but I was getting across there to help out Nunes. But again, he's not a right back. For instance, blah blah blah. So yeah, and he's been asked to do a position which is not his own. But when he goes forward, that crossover to Haaland, etc., for the second goal, great. That's where I want up there, but he's playing in a position he's not position played in, and against, for instance, a very good a very good winger. And when I went through the stats about on that little sheet I saw days ago at the website, and one of their strongest, very strong, what the is attacking play. Boom. So there you are. Because but we don't have the right backs. Yes, we let Carl go. Yeah, would he have done any better? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. The moment, etc. To sit there and cut Man City blah, blah, in a way you can. It's like and say like but we knew that for instance, this was going to be a tough and hard game going off to PSG today. We knew that their back was up against the wall. They needed to win. Man City can still win next week, I said to them, qualify. Okay? We didn't want to lose to make it easier for us to qualify. We could get a draw next week, but still, we only need to. But now it's the emphasis of Man City. What PSG had yesterday, it was what City need to do this week. Bruges has already qualified, but who knows? But the SC is rocking, and you guys are giving it 110%, regardless of what happens at Chelsea, City against Chelsea, whatever. And then, for instance, can we qualify? Of course we bloody well can. Of course we can. That's the reason why today I'm sat on the Thailand, etc., wearing these, thinking, but okay, that's where I am. Right, that's where I am today, okay? Because I know that, for instance, a game that we can still win, we can still qualify, okay? And yes, when I was disappointed, was we conceding the last, winning two, two, yeah. I was going with the team, stats, and I can't be bothered. Because quite honestly, the stats don't go good. So they can talk about the players and he's good and he's bad and blah blah blah, whatever. For instance, like and Pep's tactics and yeah, we could analyse that until the day until the cows come home. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe shouldn't do that. That's what everybody's doing. The player ratings. He's crap. He's rubbish. He's blah 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 blah. Okay. But the end of the facts of the matter is, etc. We knew this game was going to be a tough game. We knew it. Okay, going into it, Man City back just because we beat Ipswich 0 and Salford and blah blah blah, Leicester, West Ham. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think LB had a chat and he said that the crumble team's back. Do we? Yeah, probably. But then, for instance, if you lost everybody else, you've central, you've got midfield playing in right back. Yeah. So, for instance, could we have done? References were still not. With Bernardo Silva, I know why Bernardo Silva would play rather than Gundogan. Should we have kept the same midfield with Gundogan and Kovacic? What's it called? Maybe. Okay, but I thought but we had to react to the fact that at the moment, etc., we don't have players. We need to get the off. We definitely need to go CDM before the end of the transfer window. 100%. That's what we need. We definitely need a CDM. And so for instance, and as we get the guys bedded in, the play, our defense and a defense for a few games. Well, there you go. Okay, but it was nice to see Jack Reed score a goal, come on and score a goal, making a difference. I thought, for instance, he did make a difference when he came to Jack. Scoring his first goal. Erling is scoring his as well. I thought, so for instance, but and again, and PSG really had to and I saw them scream out and shout, oh my God, we're going out. The famous PSG, the famous Paris, and they haven't won the thing that I wanted to see. No, I've got all the information here. I'm looking through things. I thought rather than do that, I'll have not a rant, just to kind of like say. Just throw it. I need to vent. I need to throw it out. I need to, because quite honestly, for instance, I'm avoiding the nonsense. What's it called? I'm avoiding the, I'd like to listen to. I might even listen to 5 minutes of Lewis, etc., and the panel show about what he says. New York Gawk, etc. I'm sure he's going to have a few choice words. Typical City, I'm sure, for instance, SCG, for instance, and everybody's going to have a. Blah blah blah. But like to say to your back was a understatement because we're not. because how can we be back? What's ago? But because when we're still losing players, so we're not. We can't be back. So, but and we need to keep the players fit. And the moment, etc. We're not doing that. And Doku has a fantastic game. Boom, not died. Like God, the ribbing Savino, etc. His first Champions League comes, etc. And maybe it's not his first, but he comes along, etc. I think he looked a bit out of it. To tell the truth, even though he had a good shot in the first half. But yeah, it was difficult. It was difficult, but it was not expected to be anything but difficult. It wasn't expected to be an easy game. We're talking about regardless of PSG, they got some good damn decent players playing at home. Very hostile atmosphere. They need to win, and once they got over the line, they've got to go over the line. Once they cross the line, but they got over the line. But they were 2-0 down. Okay, and this is what you got to put. They were 2-0 down. And you can sit there and say Man City is crumbling, and then we do it every time Man City gets blah, blah, blah. Okay, but when we don't have our defence. We don't have we haven't got a proper midfield. It's absolutely obvious. And that's the reason we bring in the new players, but the new players can't play because they're not eligible. Blah blah blah. So we've got to wait until these guys come back, and we've got to bed them in, and then to bring them in. So when you bring putting in the midfielder and the right back, etc., against a very good what's the consequences? What do you think's going to happen? Huh? What do you think's going to happen? For please sake, yeah. So for instance, it was no surprise. It didn't surprise me at all that, for instance, we did. Yeah. So for instance, especially when I saw Diaz going off, didn't surprise me at all. Disappointed? Yeah, 110%. Massive. Guys, I'm going to leave you, for instance, and so cause, I'll maybe talk to you a bit later. Then go transfers and any news coming in, but you got to keep the faith. It's not over, not over. Going into Paris was always going to be a tough one. As I go then, we scored goals, but we got more injuries, which are killing us, and because we can't get a settled team, we can't keep the important players. So, for instance, but we can still do it next week. We can, 110%. You can have a go at me. You can do me 2 a day, whatever. But we'll go out to Bruges next week, right? But the moment I've got 110% faith we're going to do it. Big up to the ladies, by the way, to beating United. Well done to you. For instance, 2-1. Going there, going losing. For instance, in the quarterfinals, so left in the last final four. Don't know if it's been Chelsea, Arsenal, West Ham, and City. For instance, ladies got well. The Japanese get a bit of a ball, as the kids say. So it's not all gloom. You can wake up, listen to a lot of guys, listen to media, talk etc. But they're Man United fans. Listen to Slice Board, listen to Craig Burley, feel bad, listen to people, for instance, who just want to talk bad about the Blues, for instance, or you can basically keep the faith and really accept that, for instance, and put it into context of really like, subscribe, do whatever you feel, keep the faith, and thank you for taking. So I get from blue to blue tie off to the beach in my hats and my sunglasses. And if you think to the beach looking honest, you got another thing coming. I am not. Anyway, guys, love you and leave you. Yeah. See you in the. Okay.